All right, all right, all right. So 2016 is coming. I mean, 2016, 2016 left. 2017 is coming. And I just wanted to come tonight with you guys and kind of have like a refresher and just kind of be able to talk to another successful diamond leader in the company and also on our team, the Young and Free. And of course, I know all of you guys work a full-time job and do this. So I thought, well, what better way than to ask Lasonya, who works full-time, does this business, and still able to do other things that she does. So without further ado, Lasonya, I had the little questions that I had text you. So I guess the first thing you can start with is, you know, your story of how you got into the business.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for, inviting me tonight. So, but my story, I guess it started, I don't even know when it was. I just know that I went to school with Alina. So I remember seeing her post about the wraps and all of that. And I just had no desire to do that. I figured I invested over 6 figures in student loan debt to go to pharmacy school. I need to use my degree. And that was it. I didn't see anything past that. And so I basically got introduced to the wraps because I was going to on my birthday trip. I think it was like my 30th birthday or something like that. And I just wanted a really quick, thing to happen for my app. So I purchased the wraps, did not think they were going to work. My coworker and I, we bought one box. We didn't become a loyal customer. We just did a retail. She got two and I got two. Had bomb results, still not even thinking about the opportunity. Fast forward, I kept watching Alina. Was like, no, there's no way she could be making that kind of money. And then initially I was thinking, well, Alina is Alina. She has that wow factor. She can do that. I can't do that. Like, I'm not that girl, And so two of my friends were interested in it, and I had done a little research. So I basically told them like all the stuff they needed to know, which is Tia and Denise. They joined, and then probably after like 8 months, things start to shift for me. I was like, you know what? I got all this student loan debt. I really should consider this. And so the rest is kind of history. I joined February 26, 2014. And I want to say I was only in the business for 2 days. I was so geeked because I had done all my research. I knew basically how simple the business was. And so before the end of the month, now granted, I joined February 26th. So by February 28th, I had over 600 in BV. My BV had jumped like over 600 sales in 2 days. That was no kit. All I had was my website. Okay. And then the next month, I think by 2 weeks in, I went executive. And then by my first 30 days in, I hit Ruby. And then I think the next month I hit Emerald. And then I sat at Emerald for like 8 months, because basically at Emerald, there's a shift I felt that happens where it's like, before then I felt like I could do it all by myself. And then afterwards I was like, wait, this is a lot of volume. Like, I need everybody to come together. And if everybody just did a little something, we could kill it. So then February of last year, I promoted to Diamond. And I'm kind of in that phase trying to go to double now. I'm working on being fully charted for double again for like the second time. So I'm like 3 people away from being fully charted for double now. So that's kind of my story. That's where I am now.
Okay, well, yeah. So that's everybody's story is so funny. Because did you sign up with Alina or you signed up with Denise?
I actually signed up with Tia.
With Tia,
we're all under each other. So
right.
It's under Alina and Tia and then me.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So we pretty much all got that same story with seeing Alina and just saying like, "Dang, she's like this it girl," and we just want a piece of the pie, basically. So yeah. Okay. So the second question was just like, so with doing this, how do you pretty much manage doing it while being full time?
So I think definitely having a schedule is going to be important. I don't really have a schedule per se. I'm trying to work on that. But I swear by a planner. Now I'm using I normally do the simplified planner. I don't do that anymore, but now I'm doing the player's book. Hold on, I'm so sorry, y'all. My dog is literally on my arm. I can't even pick up the book. The High Achievers Playbook. which I think is really heavy, but I love it. So I still take it to work every day. And then I pretty much put everything in my phone. So, for example, I'm huge for following up with people. So if someone says, hey girl, I'm going to sign up on Friday, I put it in my phone for sign up Keisha on Friday. And then every morning I make it my business when I first get up in the morning to see everything that I have to do, whether it's follow up with Keisha, sign up, Lala, whoever. And then I'll set alarms in my phone to go off that day. To say, okay, at 4 o'clock, you need to be ready to call Lala. And then at 6 o'clock, be ready. So I literally go down and set alarms for that day based on whatever I already have in my calendar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's the one thing that kind of helps me is just planning, staying on task, and then, working with, figuring out where do you have the most time. And so for me, I usually try to set up things so as soon as I get home, I can follow up with people then. So just figure out what works for you and go from there.
Right. Okay. And so pretty much that's your daily regimen, because that was the last question. So that's your daily regimen, basically, like just doing that each day.
Kind of. And now I'm in the process because I know that, like, we're kind of in that season where we're preparing. And if you're not, you're behind.
Right.
You should be preparing for what I call the boom season, or like the peak season. Okay.
Right.
So now I am making sure that I'm consistently trying to grow my Instagram followers or my Facebook followers. So now I'm making a conscious effort to, follow so many people per day, and going through I used to use followers. Now I'm using, I think it's called Insta Clean or Insta something. Sorry, you're going to have to chill. Now I do that, and I go through and unfollow and follow people every day. And I go through and I engage with people. So I try to do that when I'm having downtime that I don't really have anyone to call or something like that. That's usually what I do. And then I try to do some type of personal development. That's huge for me, because I find that in this business, especially, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have people that's going to tell you, girl, I'm a sign up, right. They'll say, call me right back. I mean, I've heard so many stories, but I think it don't even faze me because, I feel like the type of stuff that I read, and I just feel like you telling me no is this putting me one step closer to my goal? So I think reading is important, following, and then I'm trying to be more consistent with getting more contacts. So that's kind of what my daily schedule looks like now. Because I feel like in the spring, I may not have as much time for personal development, because I find that when I joined in February a couple years ago, I joined right in the middle of peak season. So it was like go time. I was like, I didn't have time to figure nothing out. It was just like go. Right. So I'm using this time to grow my following, get potentials, get my list together, all of that stuff.
Right. And yeah, you're right, because a lot of people that's on the call, like they pretty much just kind of join in what we actually used to call slow season. So I think once they see this huge peak and boom season, it's going to be like overwhelming for them. So I definitely would say everyone on the call tonight that has joined during the quote unquote slow business, you're going to see so much that you're probably going to feel overwhelmed with, just like Lasonya said, like, we're seeing personal development now, but come February, March, April, May, those are like the huge seasons where you're just like, okay, my phone is ringing nonstop.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to add too is, and I challenge my team, and again, if you have not done this, you're kind of behind, but it's never too late, really play on this whole New Year's thing. Because New Year's, most people want to either lose weight or gain more money or get more money. Okay. My last wrap party, I went around a room. It's like, what are some of your goals for 2017? Everybody said I need to get more money. Everybody said that, and so that's your opportunity to present it to them. Right. A lot of people are sleeping on this last results of residual that Alina Fallon did a couple weeks ago. Every person I've sent that video to, even people who told me no months ago, are like, okay, call me on Friday. So if you have not sent that video out, send that video out to everybody on your hundreds list. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, for a conference, I don't know how many of you if you all are planning to go to conference. If you're not, I highly recommend it. But conference is like a huge time, for everybody. The company usually announce something. And I was told that this year they may not wait to conference to drop the ball. They may, start dropping things way before then. But this is important because I always tell my team to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Meaning, let's say if they come back next month and say, oh, we're going to do double good or triple good. You don't want to be trying to find your people and line them up.
Exactly.
You don't want to be like, oh, crap, I'm trying to go, I need this. What if they do something sick like triple good, right. $60,000? But you missed out because you're like, let me wait and see what they're going to offer before I get my soldiers in order.
Exactly.
No. You need to be lining people up now so when they drop 60, something sick, you can say, okay, y'all, ready, set, go. Okay. This is our game plan. Because I think a lot of us miss out on that opportunity because we're so busy trying to figure out what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to see how exciting and enticing it is before we see how hard we want to work. And then when they drop something ridiculous like 60K, you can't even get it because you got to find 22 people to fill your diamond chart. And then you got to get them out of 400, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think the biggest thing is to use this time to really get things in order. Get your systems in place, try to develop, a level of consistency. And I know it's hard when you're working, but, like I told one girl on my team last night, she said, well, I'm working and I can't do this and I can't remember blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sometimes it can be overwhelming because you got to remember who to call. You got to remember, you still got to do your job, especially, if you got to be coherent at work. God, mm-hmm. I'm like, Lord, please, I'm sitting here thinking about raps and I'm writing in charts. I can't even, like today, I work from home. I did nothing today. Today was a complete unproductive day for my work, my 9 to 5. Because all I could think about was it works. Because I already know what is about to happen. You know what I mean? So, I told the girl, I said, just find one or two things that you know is going to transform your business. And maybe it's not social media. If social media overwhelms you, don't do that. Right. But if you know that you can at least get one new contact a day, then do that. Or, something personal development, do that. So just find one or two things and just do that and be consistent. But as long as those things are income producing activities, you'll be fine.
Say it again. Income producing activities. Yes.
You can do a lot of stuff and it's the wrong stuff and it will not grow your paycheck.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, that was a mouthful. And so that was literally all that I wanted to kind of ask you about. So I'm going to open up the line and see if anyone had any specific questions that you wanted to ask Lasonya. So you can just unmute yourselves.
Okay, I have a question.
We can't see you.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, so my question would be, because my goal in 2017 is to go diamond. That's like my minimum goal. So did you, like when you first started, did you start charting all the, like that far when you first started, or did you
I did.
As you go?
Yeah. So I always told people when I first started, I honestly didn't even have like a goal of like trying to be Ambassador Diamond. I didn't. My goal when I first started, and people say this, but I'm just being real. I was like, if I could just make enough for my student loan payments, I'll be straight. Okay. They literally beat me over the head with student loan payments. That's like $1,200. Every year they go up. Okay. And then they feel like they're doing me a favor. Like, if you were not on the student loan forgiveness, you would have to pay $1,800. I'm like, okay, whatever. So that was my goal. Let me just cover my student loans. I can still travel and do everything else. But when I came in, so what is your current rank?
Well, for Ruby, but I haven't hit like executive for Ruby yet.
Okay, that's totally fine. And so when I first came in, I was like, okay, let me hit executive. I think, so here's the thing. This is what I tell my team. So if you're fully charted for Ruby, then definitely pull out your emerald chart. So once you get charted for whatever promotion, let's say if you're fully charted for Ruby, but you haven't hit Ruby yet, I would say go ahead and pull out your emerald chart for placement only. Okay. Placement meaning if you get somebody else outside of that 5, you'll know where to put them. So you'll be emerald, but you're still pushing for Ruby. Okay. And the reason why you always want to keep that Ruby chart out is because you don't want to miss your ruby promotion because you're looking at your emerald chart. Does that make sense?
That's what I'm concerned about. Like if I pull out the emerald chart about, for emerald,
What are you breaking up? Kayla, we can't understand what you're saying.
How about now?
Keep talking.
Okay, talk.
Okay, is that good?
We'll try. We'll try to understand.
No? Oh, now.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Okay, cool. That's what I was saying is, like I've already pulled out my emerald chart and stuff, but I'm trying to like focus on the emerald chart and focus on getting to ruby, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to not limit myself, but I'm also trying to make sure I actually get ruby instead of just charting for all these ranks.
That makes sense. And that's the reason why I would only pull out. So basically I would have two charts, okay? I would have my chart in the front and my emerald chart behind me. The only time I will pull out my emerald chart is if I enroll a new distributor or if someone on my chart enrolls a new distributor. And that'll help you guide where you need to place that new person. And then it'll also help even for if you're helping your team members, you can help them guide. And then Antoinette can help you with that. She can say, okay, place boom, boom, boom. But that's the only time I will pull out the emerald chart.
Okay.
For numbers, I would strictly look at my ruby chart. For numbers, for tracking who's commission qualified, that's another thing. Make sure y'all look and see who's commission qualified. That's huge. You could literally miss a promotion. Like I almost missed my diamond promotion because a ruby was not commission qualified. Notice I said a ruby, meaning everybody else promote, but from that ruby all the way up, that ruby to the emerald, all the way up, that prevents you from hitting your rank. Okay, so make sure you look at commission qualification status and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then once you hit ruby, you pull out your emerald chart. And once you get close to the end of emerald, you pull out your diamond chart. You just keep doing that. And I think just thinking about it as promotion at a time, it'll help. Like it's going to seem so easy because it's really easy. I think a lot of times we just overthink these promotions and it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy, especially if you have the people. Once you have the people in place, it's just a matter of, okay, let's have wrap parties. Let's do this. And if we see that this is working for us, we're going to keep repeating these steps over and over again until we hit 400.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, ruby, you can definitely do that. Diamond, and once you go diamond, that's where you're going to be like, okay, this is crazy. I'm going to ambassador. Like, all I got to do, and then before you know it, you're going to be an ambassador diamond.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's why now, like, you'll notice a lot of times when people join me, like, I just wanted $500. And then they like a black diamond because they realize, you get on this high. It's a natural high because one, you see how easy it is, but then you develop an even larger passion for helping other people to do the same.
Agreed. Thank you for that. Thank you.
No problem. Any more questions? So everybody feel like they know what they need to do to kill 2017 and do well.
I got an idea.
Awesome. You all have an amazing leader, and I always like to tell people, because the reality is, I think we become stagnant because there's generally one or two people probably pulling more weight, or like, some people may not, they sign up and they don't really do work, but we have to do something. We all join this business to make extra money. Okay. And we're not going to make extra money just by having a website. If you pay a $20, they're still not going to give you no money. They're just going to take your $20. So you're going to have to do something with that. But just imagine if everybody completed their steps to success. If you did nothing else but completed your steps, or at least if you said, okay, my goal is to complete my steps, but I fell short a little bit. I only recruited one distributor or two distributors and then 2 LCs. Do you all know how quickly you all will move as a unit and as a team? If everybody just did something, you know, even if you don't complete the full steps or if you just did half, I mean, it would be ridiculous. And so every year, you know, the numbers like double and quadruple for Ambassador Diamonds. And that's the reason why they did this huge pep rally last week, because there's going to be another shift that's happening. And the amazing thing is you could be a part of that. That's the one thing I love about this company, is that there's no one that says that, there's nothing that says like, oh, you are a distributor, there's no way you can go ambassador by the end of the year, because that's a full lie. You can. Okay. And that actually gives me goosebumps, because it's like, you mean to tell me if I got everybody together, we're all working as a unit, we signed up to do this together, we could really come in here and kill it. You got Ambassador Diamond, you got presidents, you can have 2 or 3 Ambassador Diamonds just with y'all, just with this team right here. You know, so I think a lot of times it's just believing it and knowing that it's possible. Because a lot of us, we don't even believe that they can achieve. Girl, some of this stuff, I heard my team say, I'm like, y'all don't even believe that y'all can make $2,000-$3,000 a month. Like, that's real sad, but it's just our reality. So I think it definitely starts with believing it and creating those actionable steps that you're going to do every single day and showing up every single day. That's why I love this planner. And then the thing that Kim Massengill sent about the hundreds list and the numbers, like how many times did you follow up? Because it removes the emotion. You can ask yourself, did I do my job today as a network marketer? I did my job today as a I didn't do my job today as a pharmacist. But you know what I'm saying? You know how like you didn't do your job today, but can I say I did my job today as a network marketer? Absolutely. Because I signed up for this. I don't want to do pharmacy for the rest of my life. You know, and so I just challenge you all to show up every day. I really do. And make this year a year to remember and not set, because a lot of times at the beginning of the month, I find that we all set these high goals. Oh my God, I'm going triple this month. I'm going diamond this month. And then in the middle of the month, we don't hear nothing. We're like, where y'all at? You know, we still going triple, we still going diamond. Where is everybody? You literally fight it to the end. You fight to the end and you literally go down swinging. It's like 12:30. I'm still swinging. I may fall short, but guess what? The beauty is you're one step closer next month. So a lot of people don't even get that. They're like, I'm not going to push because I'm not going to make it. It don't matter. If you're trying to go diamond, you're going to need about 10,000 in volume to go diamond. If you're trying to go diamond, but you fall short, that means next month you only got to focus on about, and you hit 8,000. Okay, you hit emerald. And then you only have to focus on about 2,000 more in volume. You can do that in your sleep. See what I'm saying? But you've given up. If you give up, you're probably like, dang, I need 5,000 more. If I would have been fighting to the end, I could have gotten 2,000. Because I'm telling you, there's something that happens at the end of the month where people are pushing. But I mean, volume just come from nowhere. People been watching, they like, girl, let me get some hair, skin, nail vitamins. I mean, when I went down, I was literally crying, like, where are these people coming from? Never liked to post. I got orders just popping up. So that's how you know when it's your time, but you got to work. You got to be consistent for things just to fall in place like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's exactly how it is. Because when I went diamond, I mean, people was calling me like, I was like, I've been waiting for you for so long.
But I'm glad they showed up when they did. Because,
right.
You know,
we needed you.
my professors were like, girl, give me some reps. And what else is good? Define a gel. I mean, I was just like, this is crazy. So, I mean, when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen, but y'all got to put in some work too.
Yes. And so I do have a few people that are here from when we was from 2014 too. So like, how do you feel, this is just a personal question, but how do you feel, like since we've been in almost going 3 years, just how do you feel about just like the amount of time that it has taken you? Because even with some new people, they're kind of like, they kind of want it fast, but sometimes it takes time. So how do you tell your teammates and things like that, or how do you feel about it?
So with me, of course I had to go through that too, because I think this February will be 2 years for me. So, you know, I always tell people to, you know, you can set your own personal goals, but you should not let that get in the way of you finishing the goal. You know what I mean? Because, and the reason why I say that is because when you first join, and that's why I think hitting Emerald was like a major thing for me. And that's why I sat at Emerald for like 8 months, because I came in, I was running. I felt like I could do it all by myself. I mean, I got my friends to join. Nori, chill. I was able to find the volume, you know. But what happens is, the reality is you can't do it by yourself. That's the reason why the compensation plan is set up that way. A lot of people probably could go and do all that. It's not set up that way. So I think that kind of took some of the pressure off of me, knowing that, okay, this is so much bigger than me. So basically you're going to have a reality check somewhere in there to say, okay, this is so much bigger than me. And this is really about like finding like-minded people that want it just as bad as I do. And basically when those stars align, that's what I'm saying. I think it's so important for y'all to function as a unit, because if everybody was doing a little something, y'all could reach those goals, I mean, in no time. So I think it's natural for people to go through that. Like, oh man, I wanted to do this by this time. Oh man, but everything happens for a reason. The month I originally wanted to go diamond, they was offering a $10,000 bonus. The month I hit diamond, I got a $20K bonus. See what I'm saying? So I feel like this is so much bigger. God is like already working things out. So it's not for me to say this is the time that I need to be, you know, diamond. A lot of times it's about just doing the work inside too, because you have to make sure you're ready for that level. You know, these leadership levels I mean, you're going to have to do a little bit more. You're going to have more people. You got to do, you know, more things that you did as a Ruby. And so I think everything just happens when it's supposed to. And then the other thing is, don't compare your journey with somebody else's, because this group, especially, and I don't think we do it as much as we used to, but they're real big on like, oh my God, this person's coming, she's a runner, this and that. But it doesn't mean that you're less of a wellness consultant because you went diamond in 10 months. But guess what? Your diamond could be way more solid than this girl who just came in and went diamond in 9 days.
Right.
And then you could go double the next month. But this girl is still trying to rebuild and gather her belongings because she went down in 9 days, but she had a very rocky foundation. So, you know, I think and again, I think it goes back to that whole personal development. You know, what are you reading? What are you filling your mind with? That type of thing. And just trying to stay positive. Because here's the thing. So what, it takes you 5 years to go ambassador. And then you hit the Millionaires Club after that. You still get the same outcome. So I wouldn't care personally.
Me either.
I wouldn't care.
That's true. Does anybody have any other questions?
Stop it.
I see some new people on. No questions?
And this is something that I felt like I went through. Because you said most of the people here, they work full time.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
I don't know if you all went through this, but I think sometimes, one moment, because my dog has lost her mind. Lori, please stop it. I think sometimes when we work full time, or at least I went through this, I think that I wasn't working as hard as I know I could have initially, versus people who are kind of doing this full time. I mean, you know, like if it works that they do it full time, they're always, like we call it, they go hard in the paint. This is their bread and butter. You know, every day they wake up, they're thinking it works because this is their job, you know, versus with me, I would do like the bare minimum. I would be like, okay, well, all I need to do is do this. I'm going to do one post. I'm going to wait for people to come to me. I used to do that for real. I'm going to do a post today, and then we'll see who likes my post and follow up with me. No. So now it's like totally different because I realized I was being complacent because guess what? I have a check. I have a check that comes in. So it was to the point where it's like, I didn't realize I got paid with It Works. But that can sometimes work in your, against you, because you always have to remember why you joined. You're comfortable and complacent because you're getting a check, so you feel like you don't have to work as hard with It Works. But if you keep that mentality going, you're going to always have that 9 to 5. You know, so I just challenge you all to make sure you don't get caught up like I did, just being comfortable, you know, and work your business like this is your bread and butter. And I guarantee you things will shift, because the moment I did that, things started to shift for me. You know, even though I've been sitting at Diamond, I feel like my checks have grown every single month. I mean, it's been a blessing. Some of the checks that I've seen with It Works, I'm blown away. And so that's why I always tell my team, if y'all can just get to Diamond, you will kind of get a taste of what it's like. And I guarantee you'll be pushing so hard because you'll see, okay, basically I'm getting paid to do the same thing, but I'm getting paid double what I got paid at a Ruby or triple I got paid. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just going to keep producing the steps. So don't get caught up in that 9 to 5 and get comfortable, because you're gonna keep that job. And if first, it's going to be a hobby for you and not like your full-time thing.
Yeah, which is huge, because I know even when I was working and I had it works on the back burner, it was kind of like, yeah, I'll make a post, and if someone contacts me, they do. If they don't, but now since this is my bread and butter, it's like I don't have no choice. So I'm talking to people every day.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially if you don't have a huge social media presence. I don't have a huge social media presence, so I can't do what Alina does, do one post and get 20 LCs off that. That doesn't work for Lasonya.
Right.
I'm going to post faithfully and keep trying to grow my following, but then I'm also going to go out and find you. I'm going to go and say, hey, go to new workout classes, do different things that that's going to allow you to connect with new people. And then you can either introduce them to the opportunity or the products. But I always lead with the opportunity. I never lead with the products. It's just me.
Yeah, because I noticed you definitely do. You have a lot of, like, I guess, great ways to get distributors. So, like, what do you say with them? Like, what's like your hook where they're just like, okay, let me sign up?
Honestly, I kind of do a lot of lifestyle posts. I just do, what works for me. I love to travel, so I showcase that. Now become like this new, let me go out and have some food. So I do a lot of eating out, which I need to stop that. But, I do that. And by doing that, not even realizing, I realized that a lot of people want to be able to do that. They can't do that. They can't, take trips. They can't just go out and eat on a Wednesday, So that's one thing I do. And then when I talk to them, I think I've kind of changed like what I do, but I basically kind of see what they do now, what their goals are. Like, do they want to lose weight? Do they want to get money? And then from there, I basically show them how, or tell them how that will work for them. So for example, if they're like, I just lost my job, or I'm a full-time mom, I stay at home with my kids, I just want something that's going to allow me to meet new people. Oh, it works is perfect, because basically you're going to meet a group of women from diverse backgrounds and men. There are some other mommies, and basically you can stay at home with your babies and work from your phone. If you're a part of any mommy groups, that'll be great, because you can introduce them up, more women to it. So I just basically kind of show them how that will work for them. And then, especially if they have health goals, I love when they say they have health goals. And then I just say, well, I just simply get paid to get good results. I get paid to use the products. I fell in love with these products a couple years ago, and instead of paying for them, I get paid to use them, And I said, instead of people, which I said, because what happens is you're going to use the products to get crazy results, and then your friends are going to want to know what you're doing. So instead of you sending them to me, you can just sign them up right there. And so most of the time people will be like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. But I spent $100 in Target. When last time you spent $100? What did you spend it on? And then when people realize, like, oh yeah, you're right, I did just spend $100 going out to eat, or I just spent $100 from Jay's, but that's not giving you any money, So doing that, I think that's really helped. And then, and another thing too that we sleep on is promoting. When you don't promote, because basically people are watching you. And so when you're stagnant, they're just kind of like, okay, I'm watching to see what she's doing. Mm-hmm. The moment you promote, people are going to be knocking down your doors. When I went Diamond, so many people were like, okay, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And so that's another reason why I always push people to promote. Because I'm like, if you can just promote, if you feel like you're struggling to get new blood, new fresh people, promote, watch them come. Especially if you rack up a bonus. Oh, they're knocking down your door. I mean, it's really that easy. You don't even have to post it. Antoinette can post it. Oh, look at Alicia. She just got a 20K bonus. Then people are like, girl, is that 20K for real? Is it right? That's exactly what people ask. Mm-hmm. Did you get it for real? Now tell me what I need to do. Now, you done told them that 5 times. All they need to do is pay their $99 and they can start. But all they need to see is you promote it. And because basically they're going to see if she can do it, I can do it. But when they see all these other people, they're like, okay, I don't know who this girl is. But when they see you do it, they're like, okay, sign me up.
Right.
So I think that's another thing that really helped too, is promoting.
Yeah, that's why, especially like, I always like repost and all that, especially if someone on my team promotes, because I mean, that's huge. I mean, even just looking at other team members. That's why I also post, like, if it's not even on my team, because I'm just like, okay, well, you clearly see they making money, so we making money, and we all together. So
yes, share those stories, because that's a great point, Antoinette. Like, even if you're not promoting, we get a lot of stories that you can share. Women Crush Wednesday, Testimony Tuesday, make a hashtag,
okay.
and, I shared the story about Rachel. This girl, literally, I've been tracking her down for a long time, and she was like, OMG. She said, this really touched me because of X, Y, and Z. She said, I'm a single mom. That's the reason. She said, but now I know this is what I need. So sharing different stories, because although your story, you probably can't relate to whatever this person may be going through, but different stories may capture someone else. You never know. And so I'm telling the full story. When the Garrisons went Millionaire Club, when Irina hit Millionaire Club, share all those stories. It's a click. It's one button. That's all. If you don't even know what to say, just click one button. If you got something you want to paraphrase, put that in there. But just sharing those stories that allows people to see it when they want to, when they're ready to see it. And then they can say, oh, wow, so it's really that easy. She was a single mom of 4, didn't go to college. Okay. And that's how you get people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So did anyone have any other questions? If not, I wanted to keep it pretty much under an hour.
That's real good, because my team like to talk. We literally be hours.
Well, I guess you guys don't have any questions, and I'm not just going to keep asking questions for you guys. So, I guess if you guys don't have any questions, then we can let Lasonya go. But basically, I just really wanted to have this training tonight so that we can be prepared for 2017, because I really don't think you guys understand how crazy this boom season gets, to the fact where if you're literally not getting prepared now, like she said, you're going to be feeling overwhelmed, and you're going to be like, where in the world did all this come from? But that's literally what happens every single year. And I love this season, not just because, it's income tax season and everybody, trying to lose weight and things like that, but I just love this season because weather gets people feeling all right, just things like that. So I've definitely today, and I know probably tomorrow too, I'm going to definitely be, writing people down, writing names down, just of potentials and things like that. But yeah, so if you guys don't have any other questions about her working full-time and doing this business, and just getting ready for 2017, or if you feel like you need any other tools to pretty much prepare yourself for 2017, then we can go to sleep and you can rest on all this good stuff that she just gave us.
Thank you so much. I wish the best for everyone. It's, next year. I think it's going to be a record-breaking year. I really do.
Me too, because I know I'm getting a piece of the pie. All right. I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you again, Lasonya, so very much.
Sure. Anytime.
For coming. All right.
Thanks, Lasonya.
Thanks, ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.